It's strange how the smallest choices, the ones no one sees, can define who we really are. On a cold winter morning, under a gray sky that promised more rain, a man named Marcus Bennett bent down beside a park bench. His fingers were numb, his shoes soaked from the night before. He wasn't looking for treasure, just recyclables. But that morning, fate had something different waiting for him. A brown leather wallet. Inside, crisp $100 bills, shiny credit cards, and an ID. Laura Mitchell, age 32. Marketing firm downtown. Marcus froze. For a man who hadn't eaten a proper meal in 3 days, that wallet could have changed everything. He turned it over in his hands, staring at the money as if it might burn him. He whispered to himself, "This isn't mine." That simple sentence was the beginning of something extraordinary. As the city buzzed around him, Marcus tucked the wallet inside his jacket. His stomach growled, but his conscience was louder. Somewhere out there, a stranger was panicking, and he was about to change her day forever. Before we dive deeper into this incredible story, I spent countless hours crafting it for you. If stories like this restore your faith in humanity, please subscribe and join our growing family of kindness lovers. That afternoon, downtown was alive with noise, car horns, footsteps, laughter. Marcus stood outside a tall glass building, the wallet clutched tightly in his calloused hand. He felt every stare from the people passing by, his ragged coat, the unshaven beard, the exhaustion that clung to him like a shadow. A security guard stepped forward. "Sir, can I help you?" Marcus swallowed hard. "I found this wallet. Belongs to someone who works here. Laura Mitchell." The guard raised an eyebrow. "You found it?" Marcus nodded. "Just want to give it back." After a few awkward minutes, they finally called Laura down. When she appeared in the lobby, Marcus saw the relief on her face even before she spoke. "Are you Laura?" he asked softly. "Yes, oh my God, that's my wallet." She flipped it open, eyes welling up when she saw an old photograph tucked inside, her late father's picture. She pressed it to her chest. "I thought I'd never see this again," she whispered. Marcus smiled gently. "I figured someone would be missing it." Laura reached for her purse, pulling out cash. "Please take this, you have no idea how much this means to me." But Marcus shook his head. "Just do some good for someone else." Laura hesitated. She didn't even know his name. As he walked out into the rain, she stared after him, heart pounding. Something about that man's quiet dignity refused to leave her mind. What would you have done in this situation? Would you have walked away or offered help right then and there? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your stories. That night, Marcus sat under the same bridge he'd called home for months. He wrapped himself in his blanket, listening to the rain drum softly above. Returning that wallet hadn't filled his stomach, but it had filled something deeper, peace. Meanwhile, Laura couldn't stop thinking about him. His eyes had been kind, but tired. His voice humble, but proud. She wondered, who was this man who refused money when he clearly needed it? The next morning, Laura walked to the park near her office, clutching a paper bag of food. She looked around for him, but Marcus was gone. For 3 days she searched, asking vendors, guards, anyone who might have seen him. Finally, on the 4th day, she spotted him near a soup kitchen. He was fixing the leg of a broken bench, using a small pocket knife and a steady hand. "Marcus," she called softly. He looked up, surprised. "How do you know my name?" "I asked around," she smiled. "I wanted to thank you properly." He smiled, embarrassed. "You already did." But Laura wasn't convinced. "You said you used to be a carpenter, right?" "Yeah," he nodded. "Before things went south." She hesitated, then handed him a business card. "Come by my office tomorrow. No promises, but I might have something for you." Marcus looked at the card, uncertain. "I don't want charity." "It's not charity," she said gently. "It's a second chance." He stared at her, the rain glistening on his beard, hope flickering behind tired eyes. For the first time in years, he thought maybe, just maybe, life wasn't done with him yet. Little did he know that one meeting would not just change his fate, it would inspire an entire city. The next morning, Marcus showed up outside Laura's office, freshly shaved, wearing a donated jacket from the shelter. Nervous but determined. Laura greeted him with a smile. "You came." "I said I would," he replied quietly. She led him to the company's workshop area, where they built presentation sets and displays. "You said you're good with your hands?" "Always have been," Marcus said, running his fingers over the wooden panels. By the end of the week, he had repaired 3 broken tables, fixed a display frame, and even taught one of the younger workers how to handle a drill safely. Word spread fast. The homeless man who returned a wallet had become the company's quiet hero. One afternoon, Laura called everyone together. "Team, I want to introduce our newest hire officially, Marcus Bennett. A man who reminded me that integrity has nothing to do with wealth, and everything to do with heart." The room erupted in applause. Marcus lowered his head, overwhelmed. A few weeks later, he had enough money to rent a small apartment. The first night in his new room, he stared at the 4 walls, tears welling in his eyes. No cold wind. No hunger. Just peace. Laura didn't just give him a job, she gave him back his dignity. And Marcus? He never forgot that kindness. Every Sunday, he volunteered at the same shelter he once slept outside, helping others find their footing again. Have you ever experienced kindness that changed your life or someone else's? Share your story, it might inspire others. Months later, a local newspaper ran a headline. "Homeless man returns wallet, finds a new life through kindness." When asked why he returned the wallet that day, Marcus simply said, "Because it was the right thing to do." Kindness doesn't cost a thing, but it pays in ways money never can. Laura smiled beside him. "He taught me that sometimes, people who have the least, give the most." The story spread online, inspiring thousands. Donations poured into the shelter. Strangers started helping strangers. A ripple of kindness, all from one honest act. Stories like this remind us that the world still has good people, that hope can be found even in the darkest corners. So if this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share this video. You never know who might need this reminder today.